We joined the church about 1.5 years ago and knew the Austins from work, and we're neighbors and different things of that. And they said, hey, you want to go to lunch with us? And I was like, cool, sure. We have a group that goes. And of course, the first time we were going to lunch, I was like, oh, it's going to be people our age, maybe people from their Sunday school classes. And we went, and it was two groups that were older than us. I mean, a lot older than us. They might be mad at me for saying that they're a lot older than us, but they were older than us. And we went to this first lunch, and it was kind of coming in. I was like, what's going on here? What's happening? And then the conversation started flowing, and these people were just really, really cool, down to earth, different ages, different spectrums of their life that have been through things that I've gone through or am currently going through. And so we came back to church next week, and we went to lunch again. And then we went to lunch again, and we went to lunch again. And then it's just been this thing that you'll see us in the atrium thinking we're going to go to lunch this coming week. And it's just been something cool to see just these different people from different walks of life come together and just have lunch and have conversation and grow because of that. We just had our first child. So during that whole birthing process and the process of being pregnant, when little things would go wrong, when little things of that, we had somebody that we could call that, had been there, had lived through that, have done these things, have raised children, have gone that route. So it was cool to be able to rely on them for that. And it's even grown into so much more than that, where Stacy Cumberth is on the list of approved people to pick up my daughter from daycare. Like, if I need someone to go pick her up because we can't, I know I can call Stacy. If I need to be able to watch Bria or to be able to do something, I know that I can call Stacy. Or if I need a prayer or somewhere, me and Mel Brown have gone to lunch outside of that lunch group on just a Tuesday or a Thursday or a Wednesday. And if there's a need for prayer for different things or advice, we've got people that we can call that have been able to help us and talk to us and go through that. Vacation has happened, where we're on a vacation on a Sunday and we're not able to be at a church on a Sunday morning. The Browns went to the river this summer and they got back at like 10:30. They still didn't come to church, but they were at that Sunday lunch group. Like, they met us for lunch because that's something that's very important to us and to them and that fellowship that we have each week. You have the Cuthberts and the Browns that started this lunch as two families come together as brothers and sisters of Christ every week, check on each other, hold each other accountable, and to do that. And now you have two younger couples, us and the Austins, that almost feels like we're carrying that mantle. Like, we're pushing that on, that this lunch group will exist and live past them. And I do think that it would be our responsibility to find two other younger couples one day to bring into that lunch group and to do that. And we're not even set on 4. We've had weeks where another couple from the church has joined us, and we've had 5 or 6. These are just the 4 that are there every single week. And I do think it's so important, I think it's important to know about what's going on in your different areas of church. And, we've talked about transforming relationships, and I think that it's been a bigger outward push as far as the community and the lost and all of that. But there's so many relationships here within our church that could be transformed. There's such an age gap between different aspects, and we have 2 services that are split primarily based on age. It's very important that we are able to, not just like we're trying to pass this lunch mantle and keep this going, we've got to keep that going within our church. And make sure that there's the future leaders and the future deacons and the future choir members and the future praise band team and the future teachers of the older class, the younger class, and all of this. And having a gap doesn't happen. So to be able to bridge that gap through something as simple as lunch, which everyone has to eat, has just been something really cool to watch.